But let's go to New York, man. I just watched the New York Knicks get a big win in Madison Square Garden versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Knicks are now up 3-1, looking to win a playoff series for the first time, I believe, in over 15 years.
Yeah.
Um, man, the Knicks are the real deal, bro. I'm just watching how much heart some of those guys got. Those guys are balling. Josh Hart, he was balling. What's his name from Duke? RJ
Um,
Barrett.
RJ Barris, he's playing solid. Julius Randle is doing what he normally do, but Jalen mother freaking Brunson.
Jalen Brunson, bro, is on another level. But I just wanted to say that, RJ Barrett, he had the biggest playoff game of his career
Yeah.
today. And, for the most part, um, the guy you just mentioned,
Oh, Jalen Brunson
not
or
Jalen. Oh man, his name. Oh
Mitchell
man,
Mitchell Robinson,
not no. You just mentioned his
RJ.
name,
You
not
know,
RJ. Oh man, I can't believe I forgot it.
Julius Randle.
Julius
Julius Randle.
Randle. Wow,
Yeah.
ugly. Jesus Christ. He sat out pretty much the majority of the fourth quarter. Like the Knicks had so much of a rhythm with the guys on the bench. He sat out on the fourth quarter and he didn't pout or give an attitude about it. Like it was a real good look for the
Yeah.
Knicks culture, bro. But Jalen Brunson, man, you brought him up. What is your thoughts on Jalen Brunson and what he's meant to this organization in New York?
New York, you have just found you a cornerstone. Don't get rid of him.
Mm,
Not get rid of this young man. He's
he's
won
that
on
dude, huh?
every single level. Yes. We talking about a guy that helped. Like everybody talked about the Dallas Mavericks and everything last season, right? And they kept talking about Luca this, Luca that. Yo, Luca missed, I think he missed like 3 or 4 games. And they only lost one game. One game when Luca was gone. Because of why? Because Jalen Brunson is that guy. He doesn't. It's not that he can score, that he can pass, that he's just this. He's just, bro. He's a leader, and he brings a calm factor to the whole team, and that says a lot. Like that's you can't go buy that on a shelf. You can't just go to free agency and just pick somebody up that can do that. Not too many people. It's probably 10% of the NBA can do the things that he can do for an organization and actually have an impact.
I definitely got to give Jalen Brunson a round of applause, bro. I really do. I was one of those guys in the off season. I was one of those guys in the off season that felt like New York was crazy for giving this guy $100 and something million contract because unlike you, I wasn't sold off of what I just witnessed in Dallas. Like I didn't follow Jalen Brunson's career. I know him and Luka went to the Western Conference Finals, but I was looking at it like this was just an isolated situation. Who is this guy? I thought they should have invested more money in trying to get Donovan Mitchell. So when they
Yeah.
spent like the 120 million on Jalen, I thought the Knicks had made a mistake. And boy, was I wrong, bro. Like everything you said Jalen Brunson is, he's that plus one, bro. He has just been he's official, bro. He's
Seven.
official.
Did you know he was National College Basketball Player of the Year? Did you know that?
No,
Yeah,
no. I
exactly.
never I never knew nothing about this kid.
You know that he has two NCAA championships with Villanova? Two.
Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me.
Bro, the knock on him was, oh, we don't know how his game's going to translate to the NBA, and that and that he might be too small to be a point guard. That's going to be he's not quick enough and efficient enough. But no, that's the thing about him. He doesn't need athleticism to play the game. He plays the game up here, and that's what makes him special.
Is he better than Julius Randle? Is he the best player on the Knicks team?
Yes, yes, hands
Okay.
down. I like Julius Randle now Julius is the second best. I like what he does, but when it comes down to the game and to actually down the stretch, we're gonna go to Brunson opposed to Randle. Randall, I'm saying I'm not no Knicks fan for real, but just watching them throughout the season, Julius Randle can hold it down, and he's going to be 2010 automatically because that's what he is. He's like Zach Randolph 2.0 to me, but Jalen Brunson is the guy.
So Jalen Brunson is the king of New York. I mean, between the Brooklyn Nets and the New York Knicks, is Jalen Brunson the best guy that the state of New York has in professional basketball? Is he the king of New York right now?
Yeah, once KD and Kyrie got up out of there, yeah.
Well, I got some bad news for you because Jalen Brunson ain't good enough to bring you no Larry O'Brien trophy now. Like, let's slow our roll.
Don't
He
be
might be the
surprised.
king of New York, but what?
Don't be
You don't think he
surprised.
gonna need some help?
Don't be surprised if the Knicks make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Don't be surprised. You heard it here first. Don't be surprised, especially if the Bucks don't.
Oh my
Especially if the
God!
Bucks don't make. Hey, especially if the Bucks fold to the Miami Heat.
Oh
Don't
my
be
goodness!
surprised, bro. Yo, just saying.
I'm gonna save the Miami Heat conversation for another day, but they are up 2-1 on Milwaukee,
Yes,
a
yes,
team that lost the first play-in game. Have found a
yes.
way to be up on the number one seeded team, and Giannis is not healthy.
That's that part right there. It's that part. And then they got the next game is in Miami. Game 4 is in Miami, so it's a big chance they can go down 3-1 after tomorrow.
Wow, bro.
It sounds crazy, but this is what it is. Yeah,
Yikes. So again, getting back to Jalen Brunson, man, I am very impressed, bro. But big picture wise, bro, he is not going to be enough for New York Knicks to win a title. I mean, I hear you saying Eastern Conference appearances and all that, but we talking championships. We talking, the top of the hill.
bro,
I
they
think
could
he's
win.
going to need another star or superstar to come help him. He
Bro,
ain't good enough for just that, but
the
I think
New
they're
York,
setting a good standard.
the way that the New York Knicks look, they could win a championship this year. They could, bro. I'm not saying that
What?
they are. I don't think that they are, but I wouldn't be surprised if they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals and then made it to the final. Like, bro, they are good enough for that this year. They're good enough for that this year from top to bottom, with great coaching. And then they got a squad. They've been good, but one player just made a difference. And then quickly was in the running for six man of the year. I believe he came in number
Yeah,
2.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then Mitchell Robinson was one of the top defenders when
Mitchell
he was
Robinson is
hurt.
stepping it up.
He was hurt majority of the season, and he didn't come back to like the later ends of the season. And now he's holding down the paint. Come on, man! I'm telling you, this is different. And I'm not a Knicks fan at all, but I'm not naive to see that they have a chance at doing some big things this year.
Sometimes, and I hate to say this, but losing can be good for some teams. I'm thinking that New York has set themselves in a good position, in a good space, where as though they would have a star or possibly a superstar being attracted to come over there and play with Jalen Brunson and really make a real run for a title. Um, if they was to come up short in maybe this round or the next round, do you think that the Knicks losing at this point is bad for their potential, or are they in a win-win situation no matter what?
In order for them to be a successful season, they have to win this round. If they lose to Cleveland, if Cleveland somehow turns up and ends up winning this series, this whole season was a failure. They have to make it to the second round at least, minimally. They go to the second round and lose to Miami or Milwaukee, then it's different. Then it's like, all right, yo, we got something to build off of. Look at the potential. We haven't made it, and we haven't won a round. We haven't won a first round series in over 15 years.
Right.
And we got Jalen Brunson's first season here. He's changing the whole culture of how everything is. Players are getting better. We might get rid of RJ Barrett. We might keep him, whatever they're gonna do. But they have to win. They have to win.